remember, like seeing stuff. People would always be like, say I'm boring. Like when I would do your show, or
Really?
like not your show specific, but all podcasts. Everyone that I would do, they would always be like, well, I'm boring. And so then I honestly try to, like, I've flipped the switch to be like, all right, I need to try to be, like, not when it's like something like this, but like when I'm doing your other podcast where it's like, are you trying to be funny and you're trying to do like whatever? It's like try to make more jokes and try to have something that you're kind of going with. And if I'm doing something that, it's like, I don't know, it's like
You're performing
but I constantly did like you're performing. So it's like maybe I'm taking this too relaxed, and maybe I'm right, because even when you get criticized online, you can't take it all, but sometimes you do need to be like a little aware, like, all right, yeah, maybe you got to know when to go, like they're just complaining to complain. All right, well, maybe I have been a little boring on this show, and I know my voice is like a little monotone, and so maybe it's not like I'm not being as funny as it should be, and someone listening to this is like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
So I constantly try to think. I think the first time I did actually kind of constantly change it was maybe a couple times ago on your.
Really? That's
your
interesting
podcast.
to me, because I think what I've said about you, and I always feel awkward saying it to you because it's just strange. But I mean, I feel like the way that voice, that cadence, the accent, your weird eyes, all that shit, it's like everything you say to me comes across funny because of those things. But I guess
but like,
yeah.
You've watched, now you know me, like it's like it's like a little different, I think. And I think if I'm talking to the person, you got to think someone listening like separately.
Yeah,
like
just audio. Yeah.
Like that audio or whatever they're doing, like that, to that person, you got to, it's like, well, I got to get that person. I don't necessarily need to get
Am I like grasping you with it? Yeah, you already got me. Yeah.
I got to get that person. Like I get the person that doesn't know me, like that's going like, this guy seems boring. Like, who cares? Like,
I think of like, for every comic or blogger or entertainer or whatever, almost everybody, I have the one moment that I was like, I'm down with this person, like I remember you were the first person I interviewed because you did like a stand-up set on being skinny fat. And I was just like, well, totally, that resonates with me. Like, I understand everything he's saying. And so like, I'm in. I remember reading a blog from Portnoy that was like, he had a line in there that resonated exactly with me. And if you, when you have that one moment that like grasps that person, to me, that's all it takes. I'm in for life. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the rest of your stuff isn't all that funny, but if you have one moment that really like resonates with me, I'll ride with you forever. So I guess if you think of these appearances as like my chance to have like one joke or one, comment that grabs them, you kind of are always performing, even when it's just like shooting the shit on a podcast.
Yeah, well, you want to be a good time. You want the person to want to see you. I remember listening, watching Tonight shows, and if Brian Regan was on, he was on Letterman. If Brian Regan was on Letterman, then you're like, we got to go home and watch Brian. He's on Letterman tonight. Like, Appointment I love TV. That. Like, that's what I like. It was like, you love this comic, so like when I do Tonight Show or something, he's like, you want to be that. You want to be that everybody. Norm Macdonald's going, if he's on Conan, if he's on anything, you're going, we got to watch Norm Macdonald on all these things. And if he's a guest on something, you got to be like, all right, we got to listen to that. It's going to be great. Like, everybody has these things. So you want to be that. So when you come on, you do get to be like, you want to be the fun guest. You want to be like,
but see, like, with you, what's interesting with you is like, I find you to be the funniest. Like when you were on Rogan a couple weeks ago, when he started talking about dinosaurs, and you were like, and he point blank asked you, like, I think he said like, T-Rexes had feathers, and you were like, really? And he was like, yeah, you don't know that? And you were just like, yeah, man, I don't think about dinosaurs much. And to me, that was as funny as any punchline you've like ever said in your life. Just like the deadpan delivery of like, I don't think about dinosaurs, man. And like him just talking UFOs and aliens and all that. And you were just, keeping up with the conversation, but kind of being like, I don't know what the hell this dude's talking about. That to me is funnier than, any like delivered punchline. But maybe that's just the way I listen to things. Maybe that's just what.
Well, but if you get what my
your humor, yeah.
And so like if you're looking, so it's like and that's something you got to like learn to do, is like to be like, if I got to get someone into my rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like how, you know, what I do. And so then they take everything. Is that funny? And that's when you can do that. That's when everything you say becomes funny. Like I remember Louis C.K. saying that a long time ago. Like he was, someone asked him like, you know, do you bomb or something? He's been doing comedy for 20 years. He goes, you know, he's like, everything I say now is funny. Because it's like, yeah, because we all know him.
Yeah.
And so now it's not it's not even arrogant. It's just being like, yeah, dude,
aware.
he's done it that long. He's very aware that's like, yeah, I mean, I know that I can get, you know, but you also got to be aware that because your comedy can get sloppy then.
Yeah.
Because then you're getting laughs for something that would never have got laughs before. So you have to know, all right, they're only laughing at this because they like me. And
I think that's, didn't Steve Martin like famously stop doing, I think it was Steve Martin. He said he was like, he was doing a bit, but like the microphone wasn't even working or something. And like the crowd was still roaring. And he was like, I'm not even doing the joke, guys. And that's when he was like, I can't even do, I'm too big to do stand up, which is like a crazy thing to accomplish.
And it's kind of true, you know, it's like,
yeah, but so you're aware, like, you know, that you have gotten to a place where you're always going to get laughs and you're always being funny. And like, you know, you want to get the new audience. You want a new person who's never heard you to like you, but for the most part, you understand the formula, you understand your act and all that you just always know you're going to be funny now.
Yeah, I mean, you worry. I mean, I still have jokes not work. I mean, if they're, you know, like when I go do these new jokes, you know, because right now I'm doing this new hour, and so when I do it, I can tell like, all right, this stuff's really good. I can tell the stuff that's kind of whatever, and you can fill it out. You do know that, yeah.
But even that whatever, you're not like, you don't feel like you're bombing anymore, do you?
No.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, no, like people always talk about it too, like heckling. Like I don't want to knock on wood. I don't want to deal with a bunch of hecklers, but like I've never dealt with a ton of hecklers in my life. I have, but it's usually a situation that I'm in. Like I'm doing a show at a TGI Fridays in New Jersey. Yeah,
you're gonna get some hecklers.
Yeah, you stink. You're like, yeah. I mean, I'm at TGI Fridays in New Jersey, dude. I don't think I'm bragging, you know. Like,
I mean, are you still doing? I feel like you got a certain level now. You're not doing that, right?
No, yeah, not doing like, that.
No, but like, so are you? Would you? You know, are you only doing theaters now? Is it at a point where you like have to be at a certain capacity?
Yeah. Now, well, that's what's interesting is I'm very excited to see what's going to happen after this. You know, like it's like I just went to Austin, Texas, has a new place called the Creek in the Cave, and it used to be in Long Island City, and she moved to Austin. It's a great room in Austin. I went down there and did that for her, and that was like, you know, that's the stuff that you can kind of tell to feel like, all right, how are we doing? Like I posted one post and 4 shows sold out, just one Instagram story, and then these sold out. So it's like, you know, I'm doing comedy clubs now at half capacity to build this new hour, but yeah, it'll be theaters. So whenever theaters can open full capacity, we will go, hopefully August or September. And so I will be into theaters, and you start seeing like, what are those theaters look like? Are they, you know, a lot of them will be, you know, they're like 1,500 seats. We might be doing one somewhere that's like 5,000 seats. It depends on the market, like depends on, you know, it's like doing the second special. I can tell there's a difference. I can tell just you can tell with like just being out. You know what I mean? Like you can probably
for sure. Like if you're being recognized or people eyeing you up and shit.